these are the areas, the provinces where the major plantations are found. Notice these are the weights. So, for instance, for elevation, according to the group of Agusan Sur, out of 100 is 15.5. According to the group of Palawan, hindi siya, less than 10. So, for each set of plantation owners, in each area, iba ang kanilang perception sa contribution ng bawat parameter dito. Ang perception nila na importante dahil yun ang basis, based on their experience na maganda, productive yung lugar nila. So, this set of weights are very important. So, we ask them directly. And ito ang aming assignment na binigay sa bawat mapa na ginawa namin. So, that's cacao, and the previous one was rubber. No? Cacao and rubber. So, this different set of weights. So what happened? So, again, very briefly, papakita ko lang yung mga photos. I don't have much time. So, we went around in Agusan Sur, Bayugan, also in Bayugan, Cacao. Cacao also in Agusan Sur. Rubber farm in Prosperidad, Agusan Sur. Rubber in Esperanza, Rosario. Rubber in Talacogon, also Agusan Sur. Rubber in Lamitan, no? Where it all started, no? The co-op called Carbid C. This area used to be the property of the University of the Philippines. Dito talaga nagsimula yung rubber production. Many years ago. Larbeco in Lamitan, Isabela City, where they have the Menzi. Does Menzi ring a bell? Anyone? Menzi? Marina Bulletin. Yeah? Exactly. Okay. We also went to Bukidnon. Also in areas in Bukidnon, Tangkagan, Davao City, Combal, andyan pa si Abby. Oh, by the way, may I recognize our colleague from Basilan. Siya yung nag-alaga sa amin. Salamat po. At nandito tayo. Okay. Davao Oriental, Cotabato, no? By far the biggest PPC. PPC, Puerto Princesa sa Palawan na ito. Española in Palawan. Okay. So, kinuha namin yon, and then we developed the training manual, and then we gave it all to the LGUs. No? So, capacity building. This is in Palawan. Agusan Sur. Bukidnon. By the way, we have another request from Bukidnon na training pa sila. No? And we're asking Picard for the budget for that. Okay. We went into FGDs, no? In Basilan, in Palawan, and of course, sa Buanga, Sibugay. Ito yung mga tanong na binibigay namin sa kanila. Okay. So, the results of the models can be expressed by municipality. And you can just imagine how useful this is. We give it to the municipality, merong mapa, makikita na saan ba ito pwede. So sa kanilang land use planning, napaka-useful. No? So this is for Agusan Sur, and I'm sorry, ito yung pangalan ng LGU. No? Welcome. Please take forestry. No? Talk to me later. So, Agusan Sur, Basilan, no? Bukidnon, Gombal, Davao Sur, Davao Oriental, Palawan. And this now is for rubber, no? Bukidnon, Gombal, Davao Sur, Davao Oriental, Palawan. But look at Palawan. What is unique about Palawan? For the second year in a row, Palawan is the most beautiful island in the entire world.
First one.
Number one. Number one. Because of that, among others. But just to tell you, walang high suitability for rubber in Palawan. It struck us. Bakit kaya? No? And malamang, Palawan is highly forested. And we are not going to clear up forest for rubber. No, we're not. Kaya yung model namin, very strict. No? There are restricted areas. So, tanggalin na namin agad pag existing forest. Siyempre, pag built up na yan, hindi mo naman gagawin rubber plantation pag built up na. So, there are already existing land use and land cover that cannot be converted. So, yung natitira, yun ang mga possible expansion areas. But not only possible per se, but merong highly suitable, moderately suitable, low suitability. At least 3. So, Palawan, I'll show the summary table in a little while. So, North Cotabato, okay, and Zamboanga, Sibugay. So, summary. Okay. There is an increasing trend and interest in rubber cacao. And we're seeing that in Region 4A and Region 2. Farmers are encouraged to plant when they are part of a cooperative. We found out that if people are organized, they are stronger. And, you know, the personal feeling that I have a neighbor, I have a member that I can lean on. So, pag mag-isa lang, mahirap yan gumalaw. No? So, when you are in a co-op, especially when you are undertaking something new, mahirap mag-desisyon na bago-bago para sa'yo. There is increased interest in cacao farming because of the international market. And we're finding out there's technical assistance being made available. No? Provinces may exhibit moderate and low suitability, but with proper management can provide profitable harvest. Ibig sabihin, when the model says low suitability, it doesn't tell you not to go into it. It is just telling you there is an investment that you need to undertake. So in terms of investment, if it is low suitability, high investment. If it's high suitability, less investment for you. Diba? Mas kaunti ang iyong ilalabas na kumbaga pera. Okay. So we're finding out there could be more, no, from this. No? This is the present. And based on our inventory in the study sites, these are the values. And most of them in North Cotabato, Zamboanga, Sibugay. And production-wise, it's different. Some of them, 1 ton, 1 metric ton per hectare. Some of them less. No? So here you can see productivity. No? We don't have data on Palawan, unfortunately. So that's for rubber. For cacao, these are the productivity values. No? And present, hindi pa masyadong malaki, di ba, compared to rubber. Now, let's look at the model values. These are potential areas. Potential. And it's telling us percentages. We did not give hectareages, but we just tried to show how much of the province are suitable for expansion. So this one is saying, for instance, in Bukidnon, 11% more of the province can be planted with cacao in this case. Or 10% more of the Mga Oriental. About 11% more of Basila, no? In terms of high. Pero napakalaki ng moderate, no? So 72%, 63%, almost 60% here. Okay. This gives, you know, a lot of insights if I were a businessman or if I were a local government unit. No? This is how much of my local government unit, no, can be planned for this particular commodity. So that is cacao. This is rubber. Almost 30% in combat. Okay. So, we recommend further consultation to refine the parameters. But right now, we have something to base our decisions on. Because we now have a model. No? Because there is a technology that allows us to visualize areas in our territorial jurisdiction that can be devoted to these two commodities, rubber and cacao. Okay? We need support from government. For instance, areas that have been identified as highly suitable for plantation establishment. As I mentioned earlier, continued training, and the province of Bukidnon is waiting for us to go there. And lastly, we cannot stop with rubber and cacao. We move on to other commodities and other areas. We can do the modeling for the entire country. Looking for those areas. This can now be the basis for, you know, for if I were NEDA, in fact, no? Or if I were the LGU, ito ang sabi ng model, let's find out. Otherwise, it's all available yung lugar, magtatanim ka, magagalit ka kasi maliit ang production. Why? In the first place, there was no modeling done. No? Okay. So, I think the message of the project, no, is really visualization. No? Finding out what we have. No, that's why it's really an inventory. So what we did was find out what we have right now. What are the current realities? No? What are the current practices? And then perhaps look for other areas that are suitable for at least rubber and cacao. So I hope you were able to impart the message. Again, I'd like to say, again, ayaw naming maging report lang yung aming ginawa. Kaya umikot po kami hindi lang hindi lang training manual ang binigay namin. We gave them the data that came from them in the first place. We gave it back to them, but in processed form. Processed, we gave them software. Open source, download lang sa internet. No? If you've heard of Quantum, it's very easy to use. But let's use something that is really downloadable. No? And we have the steps on how to use this. We do not use data that is not yours. So, kung ano yung data ng LGU, we give them data for that LGU. Kung ano yung laman. So, we have 9 sets of this that are specific to that particular LGU. So, on that note, again, thank you very much to the OSTP card for this opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that very brief and incisive presentation. We saved almost half. No? We start kanina almost 20 minutes late and then we saved. So kaya natin hanggang 10 o'clock ay question and answers tayo. Okay. So ang isa pa palang background ito, Dr. Neil, bakit ginawa natin ito? Kasi may problema yung ating pag tinanong, gaano na kalaki yung ating cacao or gumahan at paano natin planuhin kung ano yung gagawin. Walang datos na may bigay. So yun yung, kaya nagsimula tayong i-commission ang UPLB. Now doon sa concern kanina, yung techno-transfer, yung humingi ng pera na naman sa Picard. Na naman yun. Actually, meron kaming program. Picard is not conducting R&D. We are into investment. R&D direction, setting directions for R&D, tapos investment. So meron kasama sa roadmap, Doklay, yung technology rollout. So sabi nga, we don't want to have this in the cobwebs only. So we encourage Doklay to prepare yung technology rollout. So hindi na sa amin yun, nasa kabilang division na yun. So Techno Transfer and Promotion Division. So part 2. Okay. We can entertain as many as 2 to 3 questions. Who wants to shoot the first question, sir? Please identify yourself. From?
Cebu.
UST.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
I'm just at a bundle of UST Cebu Provincial Science and Technology Center. So I would just like to ask Dr. Bantayan, okay, about I know that Cebu and the Orderlies, I guess, is not considered as one of the scopes of the study, but we have also cacao production as well as coffee production, and one of the factors that influence the farmers in planting cacao and coffee is because it has become one of the high-value crops that are promoted by the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, the National Breeding Program. So those are actually one of the I think major influence. So did the study able to consider also that factor with ER?
Thank you very much for that question. The Department of Environment and Natural Resources manages more than half of the entire country. That's about 52%. No? If we consider 300,000 square kilometers, more than 150,000 kilometers. Doon nakatutok ang NGP, the National Greening Program. We focused on those areas na merong tenure. So may plantation owner. No? Now, a good question to ask the NGP, what is the next step after cacao and coffee? Dahil NGP is to plant. After that, ano ba? No? So, diba? Kasi ang objective lang is to put cover on the ground. Whatever it is. I mean, hindi naman. Meron mga prescribed in this case. So, tinanggap, na-accommodate yung coffee and cacao. So in that case, there needs to be a complete cycle. No? So kaya nga meron kaming production. No? But pwedeng pag-aralan din.
Actually, a good picture of this unang nagtaas ng kamay. From, kindly introduce yourself po.
Hello po, ako po si Vic Subandal po,
From?
Cavite. Pero po may
Cavite.
yes po. May area po kami sa Nakar po. Yun ang gusto ko po malaman kung saan po tayo makakuha ng mga seedling ng cacao na sa ngayon ay hindi pa po nakarating doon sa lugar namin. So kaya kailangan po namin na ibigay sa tamang information. Kasi yun po ang
Sasagutin ng aming
Cacao person.
manager sa Cacao. Doc Nel, steady ka lang dyan. Hindi ka mampinan.
Magandang umaga. Yung pong mga seedlings, actually DA, meron po sila, specifically for Quezon, meron sila dito sa may Harding Chaong. So, pwede naman po, you can siguro get in touch with the regional offices for some supply of available cacao seedlings. Lalo po yung grafted. We recommend po yung mga grafted for quality production po of cacao.
You approach Montina mamaya. Yung si Sir na naka-green po. And then yung girl naman, yung mas bata. Sir,
Salo Miguel po from DOST Region 2. Gusto kong itanong kay Sir Nathaniel sa rubber. Kasi po, ang rubber tree ay kinonsider na ng namin, provincial, Isabela. 11 Region 2 as a whole, as one of the infrastructure. Pwedeng i-adapt natin. Actually, the provincial government, even the office of the PICC, Governor Lim, ay pinapunta po kami sa Vietnam and Cambodia to study the trends of this rubber tree plantation. So, gusto ko namin talaga, hindi ko kasi nakasali sir doon sa study. Although I'm happy na kasama pala ang region to as a possible expansion for rubber tree plantation. Napakahalaga po talaga ang rubber tree sa amin dahil although we are afraid, sabi nga ng mga ibang natin doon na ang Region 2 po, ang pinakamaraming bisita na bagyo. Itaduwadaan doon. Kaya natatakot din kung mga leaders natin, meron itong rubber tree. But sabi namin, we should put it on na iyan natin itong rubber tree. So, gusto namin sana, sir, gusto ko sana na pwede pong iyan natin ang Region 2. Isali din sa namin.
sige sir, thank you. Ganito po sagot. Ako na po sasagot. Last month, we have just approved a broad project to look into yung concern. This was proposed by the Field Rubber Technical Working Group na pag-aralan kung ano ba yung sitwasyon ng mga goma na itinanim outside of the non-traditional areas, which is outside of Mindanao. Kasi ayaw natin na baka mapasok ang gobyerno na pinapabayaan na tanim lang ng tanim ng goma. So the project is will run for 2 years and will start this August. 4.6 million yung total budget niya and will be done by DA Zampiar. Kasi ang pinakamalaking gomahan sa Pilipinas ay nasa Zamboanga Peninsula. So this will be done by Roger Bagaporo, yung project leader. So they'll go into these areas, tignan kung tama ba yung mga spacing, tama ba yung pagkakatanim, kasi issue mo bagyo. So kailangan, medyo nakatago siya. So the aspect, yung parameter ng aspect should be totally considered. Pwede magtanim, kasi tropical man yun. Nasa tropics man tayo, pero the typhoon should be considered. Sa Mindanao, binabagyo na rin, but still the rubber are still there. In fact, nag-harvest na sa Ifugao. Nag-harvest na sa some of the, so may governor, at governor. Basta meron na nag-harvest doon sa northern Kalinga. Okay, meron na rin. So yun yung gusto nating malaman para maintindihan natin na saka it should be done scientifically para masabi natin, oops, hindi pwede. So, pwede, pero ito yung mga menu. So, okay. Last question from the lady, yung bata. Gusto nating marinig yung pananaw ng kabataan. Sige, ma'am.
Good morning po. I'm Patricia Manila from State Judicial School po. My question is, according to sa handouts, Cavite and Laguna are considered for cacao plantation. How is that going to be possible if majority of Cavite and Laguna are already commercialized?
That's a very good question. And ang ibig sabihin, there are landowners interested in the crop, in planting. No? So, if I am a landowner, medyo nakatiwangwang yung lugar, I go into it. No? So, kailangan din itimpla ng province kung siya ay mag-industrialize sa totally, no? Because that is not a good option. No? So, kaya meron tayong nakikita ng mga lugar in Cavite and Laguna na not industrializing but opting to establish those plantations for rubber, specifically rubber.
Okay, so we need to wind up. Pasensya na doon sa mga gusto magtanong. But Doc Neil will still be around to answer your questions. And at least nahabol natin yung oras. So we'd like to thank yung mga friends natin yan. Nakikita ko, mga taga-DLSU DASMA. Kahapon, nandito rin kayo. Siguro, bukas, nandito rin kayo. Maraming mga schools, no? From Bicol University, mga taga-DUST, family. Sino mga taga-DUST dito? Oo, ang dami. Hindi lang kayo, mga kapatid namin sa DUST ay interesado. EIP, ACB, WSC, St. John, Iris, Adamson U, PABSU, and so many other schools. So salamat sa pagdalo. And with that, we would like to call on Doc Lai and Ma'am Tina, please, to award or give a token of appreciation to Doc Lai. Pwede ba dito? Photo ops?
Thank you.
Sir, dito sir. Okay, si Doc Neil, kayong mga kabataan, idol natin yan. One of the 10 young scientists in 2001. Ano ka? Papabata ka pa. Okay. Pero hanggang 40 years old lang. Before 40 years old, dapat marami na kayong research. Okay, so Picard presents this certificate of appreciation to Dr. Nathaniel Bantayan for serving as resource person during the technology forum on GIS-based Geotagging of existing plantation of suitable size for Cacao and Rubber plantations conducted this day as part of the Nstw for 2017 celebration given this 30th day of July 2017 at PTPC Pasay City, signed Dr. Reynaldo de Iborra, Acting Executive Director. Sir, palakpakan natin si Doc Neil. At saka yung ating token. Ano bang laman yan? 1 year supply of one year supply of cacao sa Jollibee. Bahala na kayo. Okay, so marami